Okay, so good morning, builders. So I have some terrific questions I'm really excited to answer today. I'm going to answer one question because it's a little, there are a lot of elements in it, and I'll continue to answer questions every day, at least for now, and then eventually probably go to a little less than daily. Okay, so our question is from Shari, and Shari asks, how do you get on insurance panels? All right. So, in order to get on insurance panels, as a social worker, you have to, at the very least, have an LCSW, right? So, licensed clinical social worker in New York. I know other states have an equivalent. Now, with an LCSW, you can, in New York State, at the very least, you can get on about, I would say, maybe a quarter of the panels. And also, it depends on what area you live in, like what county you're in. Um, Somehow that actually makes a difference, and it's easier in some counties than others. But if you have an LCSW, you can get on some panels. If you have an LCSWR, you can get on all the panels, and you can be on every panel and reimbursed that a psychologist is on in New York State. That's how that goes. So the steps. The first thing you want to do is buy your malpractice insurance, right? And you can get that a bunch of places. A couple that I'm really familiar with and have used myself are HPSO, Healthcare Provider Services Organization, and NASW. And malpractice insurance in New York State costs about less than $200 a year on average. Next step, you have to get yourself on CAC, right? So that's the Council for Affordable Quality Healthcare, CAQH. And there's a lengthy application there that you can do for sure. Some people hire someone to complete their CAC. You don't need to do that, but you can do that. There are credentialing companies that will do that, and billers who do that as part of their billing service when they bill with the plan of billing the insurance for you later. But you can go on CAQH. Um, Actually, let me pull up the website and tell you exactly what it is. Um, okay, so it's caqh.org. CAC, and you can fill out that lengthy application. Give yourself a few days. And it's also going to require a lot of uploading of documents, but it's totally worth it. And it's obviously what you want to do. So get on CAC, because what CAC does is it holds all of your provider information in one place. So this way, when you're applying to these different insurance panels, that's what the process is called, either paneling or credentialing. You want to be paneled or credentialed on these insurance plans to be able to provide services to their members. So they hold all your information in one place, and each of the healthcare organizations, all of the insurances, reach out to CAC after you apply to the insurance. They reach out directly to CAC because there is where all of your information, your proof of graduation, your resume, your insurance, even there are a couple of references are in there, a couple of people that you list as references. It's really lengthy because they want to make sure that you are who you say you are and that you are qualified to do this service, right, to provide mental health care service. So that's important. Now, after you get on CAC, you complete that um, application, right? Then you want to go ahead and apply to the insurance panels. So, and you're like, where do I find the insurance panels, right? Of course. So you can do a couple of things. You can hire someone to credential you, or you can just simply do this. Go online, go on Google, Google Aetna, provider credentialing, Empire Blue Cross, provider credentialing, Cigna, provider credentialing. The application comes up, you find it, go ahead and apply. Okay. And you'll see they usually say to you, you must have completed your CAC application first. So again, before I do that, I'll tell you for Empire Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is a big provider in New York and lots of other states, Empire Blue Cross Blue Shield, it's empireblue.com/provider/credentialing. When I Googled Empire Blue Cross Provider Credentialing, that's what came up. I'm actually on all these panels. I'm on tons of panels, and most of them I put myself on. So it's definitely doable. It's something you can do yourself, and you can also hire a billing company and a biller to do it. It's totally up to you. Okay, so 3 steps. First is purchasing your malpractice insurance. You want to have 1 million / 5 million coverage. You want to get on caqh.org, and you want to go ahead and find the provider credentialing companies that you want to get on. So I'm sorry, find the companies for the provider credentialing that you want. So Empire Blue Cross is one, Cigna's a big one in New York, Aetna's a big one in New York, HIP and GHI and another couple are all under one other umbrella. So you can just, if you Google any of those, it'll tell you, it'll direct you to that larger umbrella where you'll get on a bunch of panels at once. All right, so I hope that answers your question. And thank you so much for the questions. Keep them coming. Bye-bye.